NFL players are doing the Trump dance to celebrate sacks, touchdowns, and so on. And TYT Sports is very upset about it. Now, I didn't even know what TYT Sports is. If you asked me what sports TYT would cover, I can only come up with Turkish oil wrestling.
Sing der Melodie der Liebe.
Now, if you thought that was weird, just get ready, because good old Mr. Rick over at TYT Sports is going to give you a talking to.
This guy.
This is Nick Bosa here with Donald Trump.
And how he hates things being too political.
You are not a fan of Beyonce. Why?
I don't like the fact that she has to make everything such a big political statement.
Well, do I have bad news for you?
And it was the second draft choice. And he gets out, Bosa. And he's a MAGA fan. He loves Trump. He loves MAGA.
Donald Trump is a big fan.
Just the smug look on this guy's face, just automatically just, By the way, when you think of a sports anchor, a sports show, someone who's here to talk about sports, this is not the kind of guy that you're thinking of. As someone who is a former semi-pro football player, Bro, if you want to talk sport, there's a reason you've got 1.1 million subscribers on your channel and you're getting 27,000 views. There's a reason for that. Now, I don't get views anywhere near like that, but I don't have the handicap of the Young Turks helping me out. You know what I'm talking about? And so, when you have 1.1 million, you'd expect a few more views than 20,000. But the reason is you're not somebody who, not only are you not somebody who looks like you know sports, you don't know sports. And I'm going to prove that later in this video. But he is just so smug. He's so happy about the fact that Nick Bosa likes Donald Trump. Now, I will tell you, during games, during interviews, Nick Bosa has been very reserved about this. He hasn't gone out and explicitly endorsed Donald Trump. He hasn't made big sweeping political statements. There was that one interview that he busted in on wearing a MAGA hat, but that is it. What Trump is talking about is the people like LeBron James who constantly feel the need to weigh in on politics and say super inflammatory stuff. Now, the reason most of us don't care, most of us sports fans that are sick of the politics in sports don't care that Nick Bosa is what he is and has done what he's done, is because the left-wing politics and those that endorse it are allowed free reign in sports. They're allowed to do and say whatever they want. Just like Nick Bosa was fine for wearing the MAGA hat, and all of these other athletes are allowed to have the Black Lives Matter slogans all over their helmets and jerseys. That's not okay. In fact, the warm-up shirts for the NBA all have like Black Lives Matter on them in a lot of cases. It's absolutely nuts. So it's the disparity that people are annoyed by, not necessarily. Well, the politicization is annoying, but if it's going to be there, it should be kind of equal allowance. But it really isn't.
The same Donald Trump.
People don't want to see all of the politics. They've got enough politics with me and with everybody else. And they don't want to see it with football and sports on Sunday or whenever they happen to be watching. I think it's had a huge impact on sports, a huge negative impact on sports, and let politics remain separate.
Who also thinks the same, except when he does the chop in Cobb County, or visits the national championship game in college football, or when he does the same at UFC fights, courtesy of President Dana White.
My God, Donald Trump showing up to a sporting event is not the same as politicizing everything within sports. Not the same at all. In fact, Donald Trump has always done this. Donald Trump was on stage in the ring in the WWE tons of times. He's always gone to UFC fights. He's always gone to football games. Donald Trump has always done this. And it wasn't political before 2016, and it's not really political now. He doesn't go there and make political speeches or say anything about it. He says he goes to the game, and then after the game he'll say, wow, what a game. That's not really political. This is not the same thing. You are a moron.
The folks who hate politics and sports. Are the same ones who not only dabble in it, they go all in. Here's Nick Bosa celebrating a sack by doing the Trump dance. If one is somehow unfamiliar, remember, this is how Donald Trump dances. That's him. That's him busting a move. I mean, he could hardly move. The guy is immobile at this point. And, you know, call it the Trump dance, call it whatever you want. Professional wrestler Dave Bautista noted that it was more of a jerk-off motion with both arms and hands.
So here's how I know this guy is a sports lightweight. He doesn't point out the fact that, you know, Leonard Floyd and Sam Okuyananu are doing the same dance right next to Nick Bosa. Maybe that's because they're both black, and it just doesn't do justice to their narrative to have black people doing the Trump dance. Maybe they can't wrap their tiny minds around it. Nick Bosa is there doing this dance, you know, after the sack, and then, you know, Leonard Floyd and Sam Okuyananu are both there as well. You know, maybe this guy just doesn't know Leonard Floyd is one of the best players in the league on the defensive side of the ball. Maybe he doesn't know that Sam Okuyananu is a really solid defensive lineman. He doesn't know these things because he doesn't actually watch sports. He's using this as a launching point to attack Donald Trump. This is not sports commentary, you moron. You launch into, oh, Trump can't walk because he dances like this. Trump is a 78-year-old guy walking around dancing, you know, doing his little dance here. Maybe he knows he's too white to have any rhythm, and so that's the way that he dances. I don't dance any more energetically than that. I'm not a dancer. Someone who doesn't dance does minimal movement. But, I mean, what are we even talking about? This is supposed to be about sports, right? That's the name of your channel, right?
This followed Bosa interrupting Melissa Stark's interview with Bosa's 49ers teammates to crash the session and point to his MAGA hat. When asked about it,
some discussion, you had a hat on that was not the hat you're currently wearing in the postgame. Why did you take that opportunity to make what appeared?
I'm going to spare you the rest of it. We go into the, you know, Bautista said that it's like he's jerking people off with both hands. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, this guy. This is possibly the worst sports channel on YouTube I have ever seen in my entire life. This guy knows nothing about sports. He looks like a dweeb. He looks like the guy that the jocks dunk in the toilet in the locker room before they head out to go play. This guy is a nobody when it comes to commentary on sports because he's not a sports commentator. This guy has a terminal case of Trump derangement syndrome, and he's going to sit here and preach about how terrible Donald Trump is because of sports. So, yeah, there's the interview that I talked about before. There was Nick Bosa crashed Brock Purdy's interview. By the way, do you not even know Brock Purdy's name, you moron? Do you not know that that's George Kittle standing on the other side? Like, my God, I hate the 49ers as a Seahawks fan, and I know half the dudes on their team. Like, I cannot believe that you're going to sit here and, you know, the most important thing to you is, you know, that, you know, Donald Trump and Donald Trump and Donald Trump. That's all you've got to say. By the way, look at the framing of this freaking video. Look at the title. Trump bootlicker? My God, dude. Like, this guy just, they can't help themselves. Like, if TYT really wanted this sports channel to be successful, and I mean, obviously, I have 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I can tell you why, like, as a sports fan, why people aren't watching this channel in the numbers that you would think they would with 1 million subscribers. Get somebody who looks like they know what they're talking about. Set the camera angle where you can see somebody with, like, big shoulders, you know, with some muscle tone on their body. Get rid of the dorky glasses. You know, maybe have some sports paraphernalia around there that's recognizable to people. And above all, stop with the Turkish oil wrestling. Jesus Christ. I just wanted to yell about that. That's about all.